The administrators don't matter, the money doesn't matter, the schools don't matter, the classroom doesn't matter, the toys and the technology don't matter. We're looking at the system. We're looking at everything that affects the learner. And unless we take into effect the leverage points that move us forward, we can't move forward. The system acts to bring everything back. I spoke with several people in a design, a large urban design effort for schools. And they were as proud as punch that they had moved from a system where 17% were succeeding, and they had achieved a gain of 3%. They now had 20% who were successful. They saw that as a gain of 3%. And I think my first reaction was, so you've gone from a system that fails 80% of your learners to a system that fails 77% of your learners. I'm so proud of you. But the problem is that most people fail. And in a real life situation, when you're dealing with real live learners, it is the learner that succeeds. And that's what real No Child Left Behind does. No Child Left Behind is a money distribution format, and it's a national format. Unfortunately, our states aren't set up with a national educational format. Our states are set up to administer education on a statewide level and provide funding. Why are we dealing with a Department of Education that controls funding and puts strings on that funding and provides it to the local schools? Why aren't we directly funding each student that's in the school? That's our funding effort. Why don't we do away with what doesn't count? Let's get involved with the system, and we can have Occam's razor perform a nice little operation. If it directly affects the student, it stays, and if it doesn't affect the student, it goes. Let's make the student the focus of learning. Let's not let the system be the focus of learning. So the new system is our individual student. Customized learning, individualized learning plans, student effectiveness, and student achievement are the measures that we use to move students forward. Now, what's the way that we do that? Well, the first recognition is that we live in a technology age. We live in an age where computers can track so many things. We know the kinds of things that we want students to learn. If we can match what students need to learn with what students can learn on an individual basis, then we can have an entire system where students are brought together with groups, where students are given learning opportunities outside of groups. We can take those students and the students' efforts, track them, and track achievement, moving students on with every new achievement. So what happens to our schools? We've got a big investment in schools. What happens to those schools? Why can't those schools become regional learning centers? Why can't they become district learning centers? Why can't they become the place where students come in their needs for group work? Why don't we bring students into the area with resources and allow them to interface with those resources? There's a place for schools, and it's a specialized learning process. But there are many teachers. We need teachers that value the students' lives. We need teachers that can understand student achievement, and teachers who can move that forward.